Hello, this is Patrick Waddell, and what we're taking a look at are a couple retaining wall issues today. The first one's going to be a wood timber retaining wall. It's probably been here for quite some time. These things generally, maybe every 15-20 years or so, they'll start to go. Your railroad ties, 30 or so. Once they get wet, I mean, it's a timber wall. Once the treatment, the chemically treated compound that keeps them from breaking down, breaks down. Over the years, they're just going to start falling apart. This wall's got some quite extensive damage in it. It's easy to see. This is all along the bottom. This is why more people go with a masonry wall nowadays versus, when this house was built 40-50 years ago, using a wood was, just the way they did it back then, so to speak. This wall has very few dead men in it. This is what would be called a dead man, and it's the same length as the rest of the members, usually 6 to 8 feet, and it runs back into the soil, and that is what would actually hold the wall back. The way that they've designed this one, they kind of have a combination of a single dead man here or there, but then use telephone poles and just leaned them back enough thinking that would hold it, and then they filled it in, is what they did. Walk along here. This is just some top damage. If you're ever building a retaining wall, do not put large trees near them. Over time, the tree will grow, the wall will not move. They tend to not help out conditions like this. This is one of the easiest ones to see here on the corner, to where a lot of these are just completely rotted out from top to bottom, and then once your main supports go, the rest of the wall will start going as well. And then we'll walk over here and take a look at, these are just typical timber laid. I mean, these aren't really a retaining wall. They're only 2, sometimes 3 stacks high, but they're rotted out as well. And your main concerns are on this brick masonry wall, which they've built. You've got a lot of water runoff coming from the upper porch down the brick staircase, which causes the brick and the mortar to just deteriorate when it's saturated on a regular basis. You've got some really large cracks in this particular wall. One here, again, this is staying so wet, largely because of this tree, and then the root system, just pushes on that wall and causes these things to crack, and then all the water is what causes the brickwork to deface. On this side, you've got some more. You can actually see where the entire wall is leaning out. It's pushed away. They've took and stacked stone trying to stop it from happening, but that's not going to stop this amount of brickwork from tearing over. Let's see, you've got another sizable crack here, and then the one that runs all the way across the middle shows that that wall is bending in half, coming out this way and the bottom half coming forward. This is another area where they've taken and added this large sink area, probably for cooking and grilling and things, and then the weight of that on this corner, probably didn't put a proper footer in, has led to this cracking, and then the fence work that they have is falling away. And then I'll go up and show you the patio to show you where this bottom wall has started to kick out, so the patio has started to fall away as well. Again, brickwork and patios and large trees just don't go together. You see where it's just caused the cracking and the uplifting that you have at the top of the staircase here. This wall's taller than 30 inches, so you'd like to see some type of rail or fencing to keep a child from falling over. And then you've got the back patio here, and you can see where that bottom wall's kicked out. Because the bottom wall's kicking out, the brickwork here has actually sunk in and will eventually sink under. If you're thinking about getting a home inspection, please feel free to give us a call. Home Inspection Carolina, 704 542-6575.